I told you the story about Easter. This year, I want to see if you guys can tell me the story about Easter.
He died on the cross.
Who did?
Me. God.
Okay, so so Jesus died on the cross?
Yeah.
Who is Jesus?
It's the Son of God.
Right.
And he's the King of the Kings.
King of Kings, awesome. And so, remember at Christmas we learned that he came to earth and was the baby Jesus in the manger, right?
Yeah.
Do you know why he came to earth? Why God sent his son?
He wanted to make peace.
That's a good answer. Yeah. Sometimes, when we do things that we shouldn't do, you know what it's called when we do things we shouldn't do?
Bad?
Have you ever heard the word sin? Sin is when we do things, and if it was just up to us and we did something wrong, we can't make it better ourselves, can we? We have to have somebody forgive us. And like if you did something that hurt my feelings, you can tell me you're sorry, but I need to forgive you for that too, right? So God knew that all the people on the earth, that we had lots of sin, and if we have sin in our heart and we do sins, then we can't be with Jesus in heaven, right? Because heaven, there's no sin in heaven. It's perfect, it's awesome, and it's beautiful, and he wanted us to be there with him. So he sent his son Jesus to earth, and he was born as a baby just like we are, only he was the Son of God, right? And he grew up, and you guys watched some stories and some videos. You saw him grow up and teaching people about God. Have you seen any of those things?
Yeah. Yes.
I got some on my phone too, I'll show you. Because he loved us so much, but he also knew that he was going to have to die on the cross for us, right? These guys ever watched Narnia?
Mm-mm.
I haven't watched that. I got the video. But anyway, so he died on the cross because he died for us. So all those sins and all the things that we've done wrong, he died so that we could be forgiven of those. But the only way that we can be forgiven is if we believe that he's God's son, if we believe that he died on the cross for us. And the most important part, and why we celebrate Easter, what happened after he died on the cross?
He came back to life.
He did. He did come back to life.
And he got put in this...
For real. Not like what we watch on TV, and not like zombies and that kind of stuff. But for real, he came back to life. You know why he came back to life? I'll eat him if you don't.
His head fell off.
Jesus came back to life because when he gave his life for us on the cross, Jesus never sinned. The whole time that he was alive, he never sinned. He always did exactly what God wanted him to do. So if he died for sin, but he didn't sin at all himself, then he was able to come back to life, and he went back to heaven. You know what he said when he went back to heaven? He said, I'm going to come back for you, didn't he? I'm going to come back for you. So go teach people about God, about Jesus, and about believing in Jesus. And then if you ask him to forgive you, and you ask him in your heart, got it? All right? What happens if we ask Jesus into our heart?
Wait, how are you supposed to take this off?
Too many distractions. What happens is we believe in him and ask him in our hearts, and he forgives us, and we can go to heaven with him. All right? So that's why we have Easter. It's fun to have bunnies. Fun to have chocolate. It's fun to play around, but it's most important to remember that Jesus died so we could go to heaven and be with him. Okay, so that over.